morning. I'm the Reverend Rachael Hayes, minister of this Unitarian Universalist congregation. I use she, her pronouns. Welcome to you in the sanctuary, live with us on Zoom, and later on YouTube. We are one people from many places and traditions. We have many words for our deepest truths. We are one people, and the most sacred thing in our meeting is that this exact constellation of voices has never existed and will never come again. Whether you have come seeking inspiration, comfort, courage, or challenge, you are essential to this precious hour. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here. Our opening words today were written by Marta I. Valentin. In gatherings, we are stirred like the leaves of the fall season, rustling around sacred trees, tossed hither and yon until we come to rest together, quietly, softly. We come to gather strength from each other. We come to give strength to each other. We come to ask for strength from the Spirit of all that is and is not. Spirit of the circle that is love, as we twirl in this dance that is life, we give thanks for reminding us each day of our task of ministering to each other with a searching glance, a safe touch, a generous smile, a thoughtful word. Thank you for reminding us that we are always building our beloved comunidad. Thank you for reminding us that through our covenant with you, we covenant with each other and are made whole. In this circle that holds all life, may we ever work toward widening its boundaries until there are none. Amen. Pause. Blessed be. I invite you to say our congregation's chalice lighting words with me. We light this flame to invite a world of peace, where we heal the wounds, where we share what we have with one another, where justice is another word for relationship, and we listen for what love has to say. I invite you to rise in body, spirit, heart, and voice to sing our first hymn, Love Will Guide Us. going to recite our UUSA covenant together today, and then I'm going to talk with the kids about our covenant. So I'd like to invite any kids who would like to lead the congregation in our covenant to come up forward with me to the steps, and then we'll have a little conversation. And if that's not what you want to do, that's okay. Anybody? Okay. Okay, let's do it. Love is the spirit of this community. We dwell together in peace. We seek truth and justice in love. We honor everyone's worth and dignity. And we do the work of building the beloved community in our world. So today we're going to talk upstairs about some of the words we use in our congregation, and covenant is an important one. A covenant is the promises and agreements we make to one another. Sometimes a covenant has a list of promises, things like sharing and taking turns. And sometimes a covenant says how we want to impact one another. How do we want to be together in this congregation? We just said it, right? Yeah, love. Our covenant says that we want love to be part of everything we do. We promise to live together and build relationships where people can grow together. We promise to ask questions and do what is right because we love and build connections with one another. We promise to respect all people, which means to remember that every person is important and deserves to have a say in their own life. We promise to do our part to make the world a better place, even when it's hard. And sometimes covenants are written out, like the one that we just said, and sometimes they're things that people promise to each other in other ways. Can you think of any other covenants in your life, like maybe in a classroom or a friend group or in your family? Anybody? Sarah?
We did Girl Scouts. There's the Girl Scout law.
The Girl Scout law, yeah. Okay. Any other covenants people can think of? Yeah, marriage is popping up in the room. That's definitely an important set of promises people make to one another. Any other things? Parenting. I bet there are some covenants involved in parenting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we can continue to think about this. And Jess, do you want to say what's happening in JYG today?
In junior youth group today, we are thinking about freedom and using music to think about freedom. And we're going to identify themes of freedom in some popular songs and maybe have a dance party.
That sounds great. Okay, so as our RE classes go downstairs, let's sing our next hymn. It Sounds Along the Ages, which is number 187, and we're singing verses 1 and 3.
It Good morning. My name is Jason Threfall, and I'm a proud member of this congregation. I'm going to sing you a song called With Faith by Our Side, and it's the chorus is in your service. So I'll start with the chorus, and it comes around a few times, so please join me if you can. Shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach with faith by our side and hearts filled with peace. Take my outstretched hand. Let's walk this path together. United, we can build a bridge for the work that lies ahead. No matter how rough the road or how far the distance, with faith by our side, there is much we can achieve. Here we go, everybody. Oh, so wide our light can be, shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach with faith by our side and hearts filled with peace. Nice. One brick at a time, bold steps into each challenge. Listen close to the beating hearts in our chests, filled with so much life and a shared sense of mission. With faith by our side, we can weather any test. Here we go. So wide our light can be, shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach with faith by our side and hearts filled with peace. Tell me once again your struggles and your passions. Know that deep in my heart I'll hold you, my friend. Together let us stand on this bridge we are building. With faith by our side, we will cross it hand in hand. One more time, everybody. Oh, so wide our light can be, shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach with faith by our side and hearts filled with peace. With faith by our side and hearts filled with peace.
Keep going. Not by might, not by power, but with love. Not by might, not by power, but with love. Lights behind, lights behind, but with
I asked the congregation to send me words that you would like to know more about. And honestly, any of them could properly be their own sermon, and more are going to make their ways into future sermons. But the ways that we make meaning together are a conversation. I love knowing what you're thinking about. I am planning a question box service for January, so keep thinking of questions. And with minimal fanfare, I present the Angel's Glossary, named for our angel window, who is out for some regular maintenance. That's what she looks like. In no particular order, beloved community. Beloved community is a society in which all people can thrive, where oppression is dismantled, heaven on earth. No one is starving. Conflict is worked through and settled productively, not destructively. This phrase came into common usage from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who described a world without poverty, racism, or militarism. King got the idea from philosopher Josiah Royce, who described a worldwide community of all people who are dedicated to loyalty and truth, a sort of metaphysical fraternity of goodwill. You will notice I don't describe our congregation as a beloved community. I think of beloved community as a process, something we practice with abundant welcome and care, rather than a static set of people so that one either belongs or not. If there is an outside, it is not beloved community. Admonition. This word last came up a couple weeks ago in the context of our Days of Awe service, when we sang the Litany of Atonement written by Rob Eller Isaacs. For falling short of the admonitions of the Spirit, we forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love. An admonition is a warning or criticism or reproof, usually for an ethical or moral lapse. And when I say it like that, it maybe doesn't sound like our everyday experience of Unitarian Universalism, rooted in the freedom of conscience. So the Spirit, which we might experience as our conscience, admonishes us to greater and more abundant love. And sometimes we fall short. But admonition has an important place in our history, too. We're going to have some religious family history and some good-hearted beef with the Presbyterians. In 1648, Congregationalist ministers, who are our religious ancestors on the Unitarian side, wrote a response to Presbyterian critique, and it's now called the Cambridge Platform. The Congregationalists and Presbyterians had very similar Calvinist theology, but they organized their congregations differently. You see, Congregationalists organized themselves by congregational polity. Each congregation governed itself. Presbyterians had a system of elders, or presbyters, outside the congregation that kept an eye on congregations and set standards for how things should be done. The Presbyterian critique was that if congregations governed themselves, how could Congregationalists be sure they were doing what was right? And Congregationalists' response, don't worry, we have no problem admonishing each other. And now, nearly 400 years later, we don't have too much occasion to cross the river to the Northampton congregation and say with love, hey, you're doing it wrong. But I know, and we know, that being Unitarian Universalist means being accountable in community. Not being accountable to a governing body, but being accountable to everybody. Our consciences admonish us, but we also covenant to call one another back to accountability, to try again, to rebuild our relationships and do better. We're human. We all screw up, individually and institutionally, and we want to come back and make it right. God. God is not something we have one definition for. I can talk to you about my own understanding of God. We can list attributes of God or arguments against the existence of God, but I do have one place to start. God is not me. God is not you. Since none of us are God, my understanding is that there is something so other to my finite human experience that I think of as boundless love. I call that force God, or love with a capital L, or spirit of life. Your experience may vary. Some people connect with the idea of the bearded guy in the sky, but more of us here will resonate more with the beauty of nature, the boldness of human imagination, a force at work through existence, the interconnection of all beings, or a great mystical something or other. I feel like if I go on too long, this one really risks becoming its own sermon. So let me know if that's something if you want, or if it feels beside the point. On that note, church. Yeah. Sometimes people ask me, is this a church or is it something else? I would say that it is and it isn't. Is the person asking because they want to know our nonprofit status? Or are they curious how frequently we talk about the Bible here? These are very different questions. We are a congregation that meets on Sunday mornings to talk and think about things that matter to us, to make meaning in community, to celebrate and grieve, to develop our moral and ethical capacity. We have shared values, we have hymnals, we have religious education classes and specially trained and ordained clergy, and a precious building where we gather with sacred art and religious symbols. On the other hand, the majority of us who gather here don't find our main inspiration for our moral and ethical lives in the Bible. And the word church is generally understood to describe a Christian institution. We talk about the Bible about 5 times a year. We were founded as a liberal Christian Universalist church, and still thought of ourselves as a church when we merged with the local Unitarians and became Unity Church in 1898. We were called Unity Church until 1962, when we became the Unitarian Society of Amherst. It took another 23 years to put the word Universalist back in our name to be the Unitarian Universalist Society of Amherst. Some people call us a church because they find that word beautiful, meaningful, or useful. Some people don't use the word church to describe us because church is a place where they have felt excluded in the past and don't want to use the word for a place where they have found belonging. So I won't challenge you for using the word church or not using it. We are and we're not. But the word church is multifaceted, and we can't replace it with one other word. To describe all of our worshiping community, I say congregation. To describe our official legal membership, I say society. To describe our building, I say meeting house. To describe what we do on Sunday mornings, I say service. To describe our larger denominational body, I say the Unitarian Universalist Association, or UUA for short. And yes, sometimes I say church. especially when I talk with people who know what a church is and don't know all the peculiarities of Unitarian Universalism. Because as much as I love definitions, I believe that language is made to connect more than it is to define. These words and many of the other words we use are powerful. Human beings have invested them with deep meanings over the span of human speech. Sometimes people who would harm others use the most powerful tools available to them, including words. And just because a word of power has been used to harm, we don't quit using it unless harm is part of its nature. We don't relinquish powerful tools to those who would use them to do harm. And here's one we didn't get to: religion. The binding together of people for a common destiny, not a thing one can do alone. That is definitely another sermon. But we know that what we can do together is powerful, and words spoken with love, shared in community, are one of our tools in building the beloved community. May it be so. I have one more glossary word for you: prayer. We have established that we don't have the same idea about who we're praying to, and we just know that it's not ourselves. And thank God, whoever God is, for that. Prayer might have words or ideas. It might have written or memorized words like a Hail Mary or a Lord's Prayer or a blessing you learned from your mother. Or it might simply be like a long silence in a phone call with an old friend. I think of prayer as holding myself open to inspiration, making a call and staying on the line, maybe talking, maybe receiving, but definitely staying on the line. Please join me in prayer. Spirit of life, power of love, sweetest silence, and maybe even God, we are so worried for so many people, for those in our community and our hearts who are struggling because of poverty or ill health or isolation or oppression, for people all around the world, including here in this country, who are in danger. Let no one struggle alone. May all people know that they are held in love. We marvel at the beauty of perfect fall days, the sensory delights and the comforts of community. We give thanks for all that is good in our lives. for the families that make us humanly imperfect and the families we make, for the opportunity to share life together for this moment now. Amen, and blessed be. Please remain seated to sing our meditation hymn, The Way Knows the Way. Another world is possible. Each week we collect an offering and we split it with an outside organization to help us remember that we can't make the world a better place on our own. During October, our congregation generously shares half of our offering basket with Gaza Soup Kitchen. Half of the money collected in our offering today supports the life of our congregation. The other half of the money will support Gaza Soup Kitchen in providing meals and humanitarian aid, including food and clean water, to families in the Gaza Strip. Please give generously today in the basket, by text, by check, or through our website, uusocietyamherst.org/donate. Please join me in the words to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. We hope you will join us in the social hall following the service for coffee, juice, and refreshments, as well as a special guest. And Susan, would you like to introduce our guests?
I have a friend, Kate McConnell, and she has given me a wonderful opportunity to befriend Layla Hassan. Layla lives in the West Bank. Like me, she's a grandmother. Unlike me, she has to worry about having enough water to feed her family, to give her family, and safety. There's so much she has not in common with me. Today, she is here representing a collective of women in Hebron. Before the genocide, there were over 150 women who have, you'll see the garments and the shawls and the purses that she is selling in the social hall. But the cooperative, the whole mission is to seek economic power for women and their families, and encouraging the continuance of the tradition of the embroidery that holds that culture together. So I feel so honored to have an opportunity to do something, and I'm so grateful that Kate introduced me to Layla. And I think you will feel like I do, to do something, not just wish we could do something. So please come and talk with Layla, and she's going to come up and speak for a few minutes about her culture and why she's here, and then join us in the social hall. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Layla. I'm a mother for 6 children. I'm grandmother for 25 grandchildren, mashallah. But I mean, I feel I got a lot of love and peace in your church, and I don't know when I leave to my country what kind of love and peace I can have. There is no justice, there is no peace, there is no love, there is nothing. Only war, killing, arresting, demolishing, everything. You wake up for a new story every day. I mean, if I want to talk, I can talk 1 week without stop about what I saw and what I am, not refugees, but our land is taken by the Israeli Zionist people. I never can say Jewish because we are not fighting for religion or something like this. You are Christian, I'm Muslim, they are Jewish. Doesn't matter the religion. It's never ashamed you, your skin or your religion. It's just ashamed what you did for other people, how you treated the people in front of you, how we can be in peace like what you are talking now. I heard a lot, really. I don't know how to leave the church now, and I feel all the peace and the love, it goes out from my body. I want to hold it like this, to keep it, to go home with this, to give it to my grandchildren, to give it to my children, my people. That's what we need as a human. We want to live as you. Really, we are human like you. We love life. We love our children. We love everything. We love people. And again, in Palestine, we don't have any problem between religion. We are not fighting for that. Our land is taken by Zionists again, and it's giving, and they created country. It's called Israel, and that's the conflict. Conflict came from 1948. It's not from October 7th. You have to know. But it's good things happened in October 7th, and it's bad things. It's bad things, a lot of people, they are missing, but they are with Allah. We are not crying for them. They are with Allah, and they are in good place. We are crying for ourselves, how we saw them, how they are starving and got killed, and we cannot help them, and we cannot even defend our people. And the good things, there is more eyes and more ears open about what's going on in Palestine. That's good things. The message spread outside by October 7th. We are people under struggle. You have to know. We are here. We cannot be under siege forever. You have to do something. But now the story is outside. I hope people, they can continue. I hope you can support the student. And we say in Palestine, we have to fix our home first, and second, we have to fix the neighbor homes. That's the U.S. people, they have to do. There is a lot of things happen. I'm not here to give you orders or something. There is something happened here. You have to stand to fix that from now, or you will be in the same condition what we have. Really, you will be in the same. I mean, as a mother came from far away, over siege to you, just to tell you the message about the women, how my resist is just to keep doing the embroidery. I show my resisting by love, and I want people to, by my love, to go to every house, and then they can remember my story. That lady, she came from Palestine. That's what she said. She sell art. She sell something very good. We can have that. We can have it. We can remember. We can pray for that people. That people who's giving love like that, they are not hate other people. We are welcoming everyone to be in Palestine. And I hope all of you can come, and I can host you. If you don't have space in my home, I can just make a place for you to sleep. Believe me. And we can give you food and everything. You can see the hospitality, Palestinian hospitality, how it's in Palestine. But again, what I want from people, again, tell the story for other people more and more and more and more. Then we will get change, inshallah, one day. And I'm not coming to ask about weapons. I'm asking just to buy our arts. That's what I am doing. And we believe we can do our freedom, we can do it by our hand, not with fight. We want to build something. You don't know the situation. You cannot say you should have peace between each other. It's hard now to talk about peace. At least ceasefire, they will break it soon and soon every day, and you will hear later they will start the genocide again. That's because the hostages, they already released, and that's enough. The story, they want to keep the Israeli people silent from asking about the hostages. When they finish, they can do what they want. You will realize this later. Again, I'm not looking for anything from people here. Just thank you for the love you gave it to me. I felt that. Thank you for your churches, how they spread the love with other people. Keep doing that, please. Keep doing that. As a Muslim, we believe in all the religion before our book. We should do that. I believe what you do, it's good things, at least for your children and your grandchildren. You keep the religion in your community, and that's good things. To teach them, at least not to be Zionist. That's the good things. Be Christian, be Jewish, but not Zionist, please. Because Christian and Jew, it's just religion. It's not Zionist. And Zionists, they have mental problems, what we believe as a Palestinian, because they don't have heart. There is no heart for them. The only thing, power and money, that's enough for them. That's what they believe, not in God. Because everyone who has faith, they believe in God. And God is something good, can show you the truth. That's what we want from you. Again and again, please stand with the right, stand with our struggle, do your best to help in your ways. I never force you to buy. If you find something outside from women, they do the art again just to do their income, and that's the only way in this moment to survive. And 2 years now we are under siege. There is no water, there is no food, there is nothing in the West Bank. Schools, they have only 3 days. They go to strike most of the time. that's something you don't know about it. People, they need medication, they need education, they need everything, but it's nothing to do. As a mother, I want to look for good future for my grandchildren. But really, believe me, it's black future. But we dig just little hole to tell them, oh, look, there is little hole comes to you. The future will come. But in this moment, or in these few years, it's hard to think even about peace. Or if you want to be in peace, I should feel I'm in peace. I'm not in peace. I'm not. It's everything. We are not under war. You have to know it's genocide, because war has to be two countries, between two countries. We don't have country. We don't have land left. West Bank, it's already taken by the Zionists. It's taken by the settlers. You have to know a lot of American, they came and they live in the West Bank. You have to know that. I mean, there is enough land for people here. It's good life to live here. Why they come and they kick me out and they take my home and they live in my home. And that's my land. I cannot use my land. They have a swimming pool. Believe me, wallah, I swear, we don't have water to drink. Even water to drink, but they have swimming pool. You think it's right? When I said people, they have to stand the right, yes, you should do that. As a people who has faith, you should do that, please. Thank you so much.
We are about to sing our closing song. You are welcome to stay right where you are and be held in the love of this congregation, or rise and move into a circle along the outer aisle. Place your hands over your heart, or hold hands with the person next to you as we sing This Day We Come. Whatever words speak to your heart, may you always know that you are held in the circle of love. Go in peace.